Oh, yeah, you're using up our time. We have a time clock. All right, so we want you guys to share these testimonials. Hearing Patty's go through her testimonial, and, knowing that we were any kind of part in, Patty was going through a real difficult time, and knowing that we were a part of her getting better, makes me, makes Todd, makes all of us feel so much better. Hearing all these stories when Todd was sharing makes you feel so much better. When you all share your testimonials, share it in a way knowing that you're going to change thousands of people's lives. So even if you're nervous, Dory, or Vonnie, you're going to share it with passion, okay? Because you're going to change thousands of people's lives. Now, you already have done that. I just wanted to pick on you. But really share your testimonial. Make people feel, and you're going to have to do this quickly because we're on a time clock, okay? So you knew that I was going to pick on you, right? Except for Vonnie. Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah, you just gave me your testimonial. Okay, that's why. Yeah, that was just 5 minutes ago. So share your testimonial with the team. And like I said, realize that just like what Todd was representing, it's a ripple effect. We change so many people's lives. Each and every one of you have a testimonial right now that there's millions of other folks that want and need the health benefit that you received. And now it's your turn to put it out there in the atmosphere for everyone else. Does that make sense? All right, who wants to go first? Stacy Hooper.
Right? So, no, I did not know I was going to be here. But anyway, really quickly,
Stacy, stand up. I'm in the middle of the stage. There you go. Now share your testimonial. Like you shared it with me 10 minutes ago.
I was just talking to you.
It was great.
Now you have me telling a room full of people that I have ashy cracked hands. Okay, so Francine and I were joking because my hands are always really, really dry. And it's always, hey, you got some lotion, you got some lotion. Well, today I was excited. Well, last night. Well, no, let's back up to the oil. So when it first came, I had a dry spot here that was peeling and all kinds of stuff. So I put a drop there just to see what was going to happen. Can I say it was like the next day the dry spot was gone? Okay, it's peeling. All right, so the peeling was gone like the next day. But today, after last night getting the face cream, I love it. If you don't have it, go get it.
Yes.
I have a no makeup.
Uh-oh.
None.
Oh.
And I don't do that. But, okay, so I put the face cream on, and then the body lotion, we're used to thick stuff, but this felt a little watery real quick. But guys, I didn't get ashy. I was so excited. So I was up in the rain doing the live. I was like, hey, it's raining, and I'm still not dry and ashy. Then we go inside the facility, whatever below zero came out, and I'm still rubbing my hands. Hey, didn't get ashy. I have washed my hands, I don't know how many times since this morning and putting on, and I'm still not ashy, and I haven't put any more on.
Wait, real quick. When are you going to share that on social media?
I actually did earlier,
Did you?
but you're going to create that meme for me about the dry cracking hands?
I will.
And we're going to, as soon as you do it, I'll do it.
Yes,
You got it.
Tell us you just shared it.
Hi, y'all. I'm Christy Nelson from Greeley, Colorado. And
Skinny
here's my testimonial, y'all. Because I kept sending my pictures, and I kept sending them to Bill. And then I posted on Facebook the before and after. I think it was 14 days, or I can't remember. But I posted that, and the next thing you know, I'm one of the ads. So you just got to be careful of what you post out there, because you never know. No, these guys will take it and then create you as the next ad, or have a button that says if you got skin, you're getting in. So you know what? I mean, just take this to the next level. For me, I had this thing coming with my eye. I had to wear those paper masks that are from China. And when I had it up and I would talk, it was rubbing and it created a callus. And I was thinking, I think I'm getting skin cancer. I don't know if I can say that, but I was thinking I was getting something. And so I saw somebody open their box, and Lori Herman said, I'm putting it on my face. So I asked her what she was doing, and she told me. I put it on the next day, and before I was done getting ready, I walked past the mirror, and that thing was gone. It had lifted, the cells had regenerated, it had sloughed away, I didn't do anything to it. I messaged Vanessa and was like, what is this? I literally did, I'm not kidding. And then I said, oh, and now I'm putting it on my lips because I'm seeing what it's doing. And it was plumping my lips. And so I did skincare for 19 years, so I know a little bit about skin. And I'm a girl, so I really like it, right? But literally, I've never seen anything like this. And so if you're not excited, now's the time. Because connection is currency, y'all. And this is the time for you to go out there and take this to the world, your message, do whatever you want to, rub it wherever you need to, but then go tell the world about it, all right? If you're chasing people around like Bill and Gigi, I mean, you know, it's your story, share it how you want, but get it out there.
Hashtag what the what?
Hashtag plump lips. Dory, beat her excitement.
Okay, so everybody here knows I'm a registered nurse. I do home health for a living. And I have to they won't allow me to wear the cloth mask into the homes. So I have to wear the surgical mask. I'm allergic to them.
Wow.
I do not get any marks on my face because I do wear makeup. However, all under my chin, on my neck, because I have to type on a computer, so I'm looking down, it touches that part that doesn't have makeup on, and it creates a big, humongous rash all over my neck.
Wow.
Well, I came here yesterday, and it was so irritated. That bag that's right there on that table next to, I can't remember, Leroy, I think?
Leroy.
That's how red my neck was when I got here.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Y'all see that red? That's how red, mean red, okay? When I got here, Mike had a bottle of this sitting on the table, and he's like, try it. I actually put that on. The pain, the burning, the stinging, the itching, everything went away almost immediately within maybe 5 minutes.
Wow.
Then on top of all of that, it's been less than 24 hours and it's gone.
Wow.
You need a before and after picture on social media. You do? Okay, yeah, we're gonna post that.
Your agency.
Okay, Bonnie. All you.
Okay, so let's see where we're going to start. My granddaughter. Okay, that's the biggest one.
Yeah.
So I first saw her hands when we went on vacation. It was probably a couple of weeks before I put out the post. She was in the pool and her hands was really scaly, peeling, looking kind of crazy, and I really didn't know what it was from. I just thought it was from the pool water. But when we got back and some time had passed by and she took a shower and came out and her hands looked like that again, she came over to me and said, Grandma, look at my hands, it's doing that thing again. And I was like, okay, come on over here, we're going to put some of this oil on here. And so we put the oil on for 2 days. And at the end of the second day, her hands was looking normal again.
Wow.
And so that made her feel really great because, you know, she's a child. Mm-hmm. Nobody wants to be walking around with their hands looking like that. And it really made me feel good to hear her say, you know, when I asked her about doing the live, because she's really nervous. She don't really want to do lives and stuff like that. But when I asked her about it, and she agreed to do it, and then she honestly said that it made her feel pretty again. So that made me feel good that I was able to do that for her. Now, on another note, I didn't say this before, but my sister also has a testimony that I'm going to share with you all. She has fatty liver disease.
Wow.
And she has not been able to do keto in the past because she kept getting sick. She kept getting these pains in her liver.
Wow.
Well, she's been taking the MFINITY oil, and she says that all of that has stopped.
Wow.
So that's a great improvement. Yeah. And then for me, the biggest testimony I have, okay, so I've lost about 12 pounds since I've been taking the oil, but I've been putting it everywhere. So I've been putting it on my legs, you know, on that cellulite. I've been putting it everywhere. You name it, I've been putting it there. And if you all not putting it there, you better start putting it there.
Vanessa, do you have any follow-up questions for her right
Now, can you expand? No.
Okay,
Okay, so mine started off quite by accident, like most of our testimonies have, with a mosquito bite on my leg that I had gotten. And my mosquito bites typically look horrible and they last for a long time. So I started scratching them a few days after I had gotten the mosquito bite, and it started swelling and looking horrible. And after about 3 days, I was like, oh, you know what? Let me try this oil. And so I put the oil on, and I kid you not, in 2 days, something made me take a before picture. In 2 days, within 2 days, that mosquito bite that would have normally taken about a week to disappear was gone.
Wow.
And so that was the first one. And then I decided, well, let me try to put it on. Then I started hearing all these other testimonies. I'm like, let me put it on my face. And then I noticed the dark circles under my eyes started to lighten. And, you know, my forehead started to get a little less oily. And so now, and I have a new testimony recently. I had a few stretch marks. I'm not going to tell you where they were. But I noticed the other day when I looked in the mirror, those stretch marks I almost couldn't see. And I've had them for quite some time.
Wow.
So I won't show a before and after on those. But it works, and I'm excited. So now I, like Bonnie, am putting it everywhere, from the crown of my head to the soles of my feet. And I don't even have cracked heels. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing?
Great.
Oh, come on. That was weak.
Yeah.
How's everybody doing?
Great.
All right. Energy is everything, right? What we put into it is what we're going to get out of it. I have so many testimonials because this little bottle. So many testimonials. I mean, of course, I started putting it on my eyes because I want the crow's feet to go away, and I showed a picture, and I couldn't believe. I mean, when I saw the before picture, I was like, man, I looked way worse than I thought I did. I mean, I was like, no, there's not going to be any difference. And then I saw the before picture, and I was like, oh, wow, this is amazing. You guys have all seen my cracked heels. I've been dealing with cracked heels since I was probably 16 years old, and I don't know if anybody has ever dealt with it before. Have pity on the people who have dealt with it, because I want you to imagine a paper cut, a really thick, deep paper cut on your hand, except on your foot, and you have to walk on it every time you walk on the back of your heels. Why do you think I'm running up at the stage? 5 months ago, I couldn't have done that because my feet hurt so bad.
Wow.
But, you know, when Blake speaks, I listen, right? When Blake says to take a dropper full, you take a dropper full. So I started taking a dropper full, and I had hit a plateau with the Bulafit keto plan. And I call it the Bulafit keto plan because I've tried keto by itself, and it didn't work for me. I have no gallbladder, I have a hiatal hernia, and it just didn't work for me. So I started taking the oil, and I went from a 28-pound plateau to 34 pounds to 38 pounds to 41 pounds, 44 pounds now.
Wow.
So
Wow.
I'm excited. But I got like 50 more to go. I'm not quite where I want to be, but that's okay. I want to tell you all what I told Andre on the Zoom that we did the other day.
Take your time. Take your time. Yeah.
You got this.
Yeah, man.
You got it.
That's the moment right there.
Harder to do when you're not behind a screen and you've got a bunch of people looking at you, but I have never in my life, I've never felt like, you know, the pretty girl, the one who was smart enough, the one who was enough.
Wow.
And I started using this, and I started walking by the mirror and going, I called Mike up and went, when you can look at the mirror and go, damn, you look pretty good. Seed oil. This is confidence in a bottle. And if you can bring that to other people, God, that's why this is the sizzle, Bill. We already had the steak. This is the sizzle. We're going to take this to the world, guys.
Sing.
So tell everybody. Everybody wants some. I want some too. Everybody wants some. Baby, how about you?
That was good, Mike. That was good. Man, your time
She
is
should have
going
gone
to
last.
That sucks. I have a couple different testimonials, and I'll go real quick. One is my parents. They complain. I give them a product. They're like, well, okay, I like it. Last week they were at my house, and I had the leadership call on speaker. I was in the kitchen cooking, and my dad's sitting there listening, kind of. They're doing a puzzle, but they're listening. And he goes, somebody was talking about something on their skin. He goes, well, I had skin cancer. And then they were talking about hair growth, and he's like, I could use some hair. Like, he kept saying all this stuff. And he turned to my mom, and he goes, Carol, we gotta get some of this. She goes, I already have some. Yes. Okay, I want to use it. She goes, no. She goes, you're going to need to place them in order. So the parentals are using it, and they believe they're seeing results, but I had them take before pictures first, so they're just hilarious. My mom is like this with her hands all day, just comparing it. So that was one. That was really exciting for me. Another one is, we haven't talked about weight loss a lot. I'm always keto. I pretty much don't ever go off of keto, but when the pandemic and everything first hit, I was all keto all day long. And late, I have a lot of teenagers, we were up at midnight watching movies. It was like summer vacation began the week we got home from the cruise. Wow. And so the first time at that time it was 3 years, now we're closer to 4, I put on 8 pounds instead of maintaining what I had lost, and I was freaking out. So I had gotten to maintain, and I had gotten on a good regimen, and since using the oil, I've taken 6 of those pounds off. That was another really good thing that I've shared with people, because when you're kind of in the spotlight teaching keto and you gain weight, you kind of feel like a loser. The other thing is, and this is the one that I love the very most, we have this joke in our family. I had these 2 crevices in between my eyes that I named after 2 of my children. And those children have since gotten through the time when I had a permanent scowl on my face and have grown up and are awesome adults, but they left an indentation. And so we used to always laugh. I used to be like, you scarred me. I didn't get stretch marks. I got those, and so we would joke. I didn't actually put it on my face until a couple weeks, probably 2 weeks ago. And what had happened is, before that, I was just taking it with every meal. And at the football games, we have to wear face masks, right? And we always take selfies at the football games. So one week I was scrolling through pictures, and I was like, wait a minute. And I did a side-by-side, and I came back, and I'm like, okay, my crevices are gone. Like my craters, they've been erased. Wow. So the really cool thing is, I'm just gonna admit this, I finally was like, I'm going to get Botox in October. I canceled the appointment. Wow. And the amazing thing is that, I still can scowl, because wouldn't that be a bummer to want to give my kids a mean look and I couldn't? So I can still do that, but I'm noticing that the lines are gone, so I can still be mean mom and nice mom.
Yeah, I got it. Thanks. All right, well, I've given you my testimonial. You all have heard my testimonial about Bill declaring that I was a skincare snob and sending me some product. What you probably don't know is which products he sent me. Not only was I using the oil, which I was incredibly grateful for, but he also sent me the face cream. So I've been using this for a couple of months now. And it was hard when I was sharing my testimonial before, because I wanted to say the other half of it, but I couldn't, obviously. So let me tell you what I do really quickly. Is just put a little bit of the oil in my hand, and then I put about 3 or 4 squirts of the face cream on my hand. I mix them together, and then I just pat them on my face, all over, down my neck, across my chest, and then with any extra, I put it on my elbows, which is amazing for anyone who has dry elbows. It's really, really incredible. But as I've told you before, the change in my skin texture, I honestly can't believe it. I mean, I just keep looking in that mirror going, am I delusional? Like, is this for real? Because it has changed so much for me. And I didn't have bad skin before, but I was spending a lot of money. And it wasn't doing anything like what I've seen in the past couple of months. So I just have to encourage all of you. And then I have one other, you don't even know about this, non-scale victory about the oil that I've been taking internally as well. I got here yesterday and realized that I had packed the wrong belt for the outfit that I had to wear today. And
oh my.
Yes, like crisis, right? Serious, isn't it? So I have 2 identical belts. One is a waist belt that you wear with dresses, different than the hip belt that you wear with jeans, right? Different belts. You don't know what we're talking about. There's a big difference between the hip belt and the waist belt. Well, so I thought I packed the hip belt. I accidentally packed the waist belt. Decided to put it on anyway.
Wow.
I'm wearing it. I'm so excited. This used to fit way up here, and only if I sucked it in. This is a non-scale victory. And this is why I love these products.
Woo!
Wow.
All right, guys, I want you to, every person up here, and I'm guessing even some of you started putting the oil in different places and different uses because you heard from someone else that they did it. Like Bernadette said, Blake. I'm sure a lot of people started putting on their hands and stuff because of your granddaughter, right? All these different things. So continue to share your testimonials.
Yeah.
Because every time you share, it is spreading. With social media, you might have 1,000, 5,000 friends, and it hits those other friends. You guys know how social media works. But also word of mouth, whether it's at your job, at your church, at the ball game, whatever it is, it'll continue to spread. Everyone wants to turn back time. Everyone wants to look fine, right? Everyone wants to block fat. Everyone wants all of the things that you've heard. There are so many millions of people. There's no lack. And that's what we're doing here in the States, okay, here in the USA. When we start taking this rock star product, country to country to country, everyone in those countries, they want to turn back time too. And they're going to take all of these testimonials to Canada, into New Zealand, into Australia, into Japan, right? They're going to take all of these testimonials there. So we want to have hundreds of thousands of testimonials. Every testimonial that was shared could be 1 million bottles, 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 8 million bottles on the stage.
Hey.
Right?
Hey.
So when people share,
Lord.
like their share.
You talking dirty.
Okay? When they share their information, like. Oh, sorry.
Or more.
Or more. Definitely more. Infinity and beyond.
And
beyond.
Okay? So when people share, celebrate when they share.
Yeah.
Right? Because them sharing is the reason why so many of you have tried the product on different places.
Yeah. Different spaces.
Maybe too many places, right, with the product. But we're going to go out there, we're going to change so many people's lives. So for these folks and for all of you that have already done it, for all of these folks here that stood up and were transparent with their testimonials, please get up out of your seats and give it up for them.